Hey Cachers, Derek here, Baker 6 Clan. I am up here at Sesquicentennial State Park up here in Columbia, and I am going after a really cool gadget cache. Stay tuned. Alright, so typically with gadget caches, they are usually pretty easy to find. No exception here. However, there's a little bit of a trick trying to get to the logbook because this one is called Blind Maze. So let's see what we got to do. All right, so here, right here, is where the logbook is, and I am guessing this pipe right there is the blind maze. Now, I'm looking at it, and of course I got this lock here, so I'm guessing the key's in here. So let's see if I can get it open and get into it. Okay, so I can feel it moving around, I can hear it, and just trying to find the right grooves to get it to come out is what is, of course, is the trick to this whole thing. So, all right, let's speed this up and let's see how fast I can get this done. All right, yeah, definitely a blind maze. I mean, so there's this little small, I think you can see it right there. That little pin right there keeps it from being able to come straight out of the pipe. And of course, there's a maze that you have to work this through. Very cool. I mean, I've seen people online doing these with 3D printing, but you know what? This is another way to be able to do it if you don't have a 3D printer. That is awesome. So I got the key. Let's get in the cache and let's find the log. There it is. Great size for putting little trackables and a little bit of swag for the kids. All right, I'm gonna sign this and I'm gonna meet up with the cache owner. All right, so I just remembered something. Before I meet up with the cache owner, guess what? I gotta put this back together and I gotta do the maze again, but this time I gotta do it backwards. Let's see how long it takes me to do this one. All right, got it back. Now, let's go meet the cache owner. All right, so I'm with Pam, or Geodoc66. Pam, that is really, really cool. I mean, it's simple. It looks simple, let's put it that way. It looks simple. It's not simple. I mean, it definitely is a blind maze going forwards and backwards. So,
True.
what gave you the idea of this cache?
So I cannot take credit. My father, who is actually not a geocacher, he built this cache. He's cached with me a few times and doesn't really like it, to be honest with you. It's kind of funny. So every once in a while he'll call me up and say, hey, I have a new cache for you. And he has built several, gadget caches just because he enjoys building things. So he's enhancing the geocaching community, even though he's not a big cacher himself. So it's kind of great.
Well, I think that's awesome because I love gadget caches, and this is a gadget cache. It's a puzzle, and even though the person that actually created it doesn't like geocaching, still likes creating gadgets, and that's just really, really cool. So what kind of logs have you actually had from this, or what are some of your favorite things that you've read from this one?
I actually just cleaned out and put a new log in, and I think some of the cutest logs are people who've kind of incidentally walked by and found it and worked out the puzzle without, even realizing what they were doing. And they get in and they sign and they write something really cute like, this is really cool. What is all this about? And they have no idea.
Right.
And then there are a lot, this is a state park and there's a primitive campground, so a lot of scouting activities take place here.
Right.
And the leaders tend to know about this cache. It's a short walk and they'll come up and get it. And so then, sometimes it just says troop, whatever, 3549, or they have all the little cute signature, the little kids writing their names. It's really cute.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun because, if you don't know, scouting, both Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts have a geocaching merit badge. So them coming to a park and they actually might be something that they're working on while they're here. So, and then there's a cache here. A lot of state parks have them. A lot of different ones, and different states have different county park challenges that you can do as well. So, how difficult was it actually to get this placed here at a state park, for those that have never placed a cache before at a state park?
It was a little bit difficult, requiring some permissions, and there was some confusion at the time, but actually, you know, now there's a form that you fill out, and the state parks are very open to this because they realize it does bring them revenue.
Right.
So they don't, you know, there's a leave no trace policy. They don't want, you know, you to trod down a big area. So this was a perfect area with, you know, where we couldn't really cause any damage to the undergrowth.
Yeah, there's a lot of pine needles down here, and it just looks like a lot of backyards here in South Carolina. If you have a lot of pine trees in your yard, you can't grow grass anyway. So, and every year it renews. So, that's just really cool, really well done. Really appreciate you putting this out here.
Thank you.
And we're gonna get some other ones while I'm up here in Columbia over the next couple weeks. So stick around. Hey, and if this is your first time watching Behind the Cache, click that subscribe button over here. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Have you ever done a blind maze? Or have you ever actually done one of the 3D printed maze ones that's like this? If so, leave me a comment, let me know about it. Tell me where it's at, because I'd like to do another one of these. All right, I'll see you next time right here on Behind the Cache. I'm up here at Columbia at Sesquicentennial Park. I think I said that right. If not, you'll see more of those in the outtakes. But that's Sesquicentennial State Park up here in Columbia.